Hey, it's Buddy Lee. Welcome to my channel. So I finished 100% exploration for Act 7.4 and I was lucky enough to pull a Science 3-4 gem, which I quickly gave to my Stick 200 Ihulk, making him my second 6-star rank 4 champion next to Tigra. So what we're going to do in this video is go back into Act 7.4.6 and steamroll a path with Ihulk and then take on the superior Kang boss at the end. I activate Odin pre-fights now since we'll be using them for the Kang fight, but as far as this path goes, Ihulk can really cheese these nodes. So this path has Paradox knockdown. The defender is unblockable until we get 3 Paradox, and each Paradox increases our combat power rate by 20%. So once we get around 6 or 7 Paradox, we'll be able to stun lock with SP2. This first fight is more of a setup to build our Paradox for the rest of the fights on this path, and we'll try to knock down Diablo with SP1 as much as we can. Okay, we got 6 Paradox charges, which will set us up well for the next fight. This time we're going to go straight to SP2, which doesn't take long due to our increased power rate from Paradox, and once we get there we can lock down the fight. Now I can use 2 double medium combos followed by a 5-hit combo, getting me back to another SP2, and Gamora is stun locked. One more important piece of information to keep in mind for this path is how to remove the Paradox charges so you don't reach the cap and damage yourself. So once you feel you have the right number of Paradox charges, you're going to finish the combo just prior to throwing your SP2 with a light attack. This is how you remove prowess on this path, so you'll remove one right before the special and then get one back after knocking the defender down with your special, leaving you at the same number you were at before. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and steamroll the last couple fights in the path. However, I will be skipping the Mephisto fight since he needs a counter, and then we'll go to the Kang boss. Alright, now it's time for the Kang boss, and for the champion swap, I'm actually going to bring in Thor Rags. He has a synergy that gives an indestructible when hitting 20%, which isn't going to help too much in this fight, but we'll take it. So my goal in this fight is to get down each of Kang's phases in one wounded stage, so I just follow the rules of the fight and try not to repeat any actions in the first two phases. Once we get wounded, I go ham with double mediums and try to nuke the phase. It doesn't take long before I repeat one of the actions, so we get stunned and take some hits, but the nice thing about Ihulk is his sustainability if things are correctly timed. We have our 10 charges to trigger the wounded phase, so now it's time to throw those double mediums like crazy and try to nuke down the phase in one go. Our timing on the immortality cooldown was also excellent, and we're going to be able to add to our gamma bank to get back to 100 gamma before cooldown expires, meaning we'll come out of immortality with 100% health. We also were able to get through that whole phase in one go, and it's time to do it all over again. We had a pretty successful run in this phase on the way to our 10 charges, and now it's time to nuke again. This one came down to the wire, but as long as we don't have any little slip-ups that cost time, it seems like we can get these phases down. We mess up and take a little combo here, but we have plenty of health still. It's nuke time again, and phase 3 is a little bit better for us on time, and it's not going to come down to the wire quite so much. I finished the phase with a heavy into SP3, and I do this to gain back a little extra gamma for the final phase. Also, I enjoyed the transition from Ihulk's SP3 into Kang's time manipulation animation. We get this SP1 animation in slow motion, and I mess up the dex timing and get clipped here. We get this SP1 dex, and now we have our 10 charges, and it's time to go for the finish in this last wounded stage. And we come up just short at 5% health, which is a little disappointing. I'm not sure if I was slower or if I just did a little less damage while ramping up in this phase, but this means we gotta go through it one more time. Well, we made it for the solo, and I finish him off with a big heavy Ihulk clap. So that was a lot of fun, and I will be showing off Ihulk some more in the future, and with damage mastery since he is best with them overall. However, he's insane either way. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.